Yes, good morning to all. In previous classes, we studied about that what is ionic compounds and physical chemical properties of metals and non-metals. So that is now we study about that properties of ionic compounds. Properties of ionic compounds. So what is ionic compounds? I already told in previous class. So even that ionic compounds means the transfer of electrons from a metal to a non-metal. The transfer of electrons from metal to a non-metal are called ionic compounds, or we called as electrovalent compounds. Okay, the first properties of ionic compounds are physical nature. Physical nature. What is the physical nature of ionic compounds? It is generally hard in state, that is a solid in state, we called as. These are solid in state. Okay, solid states. Okay, why it is has a solid in state? Because the strong force of attraction between positive and negative ions. Because force of attraction between positive and negative ions. Positive and negative ions. So that's why it is a solid in state. Okay. Second properties of ionic compounds are melting point and boiling point. Melting and boiling points. Okay, so that melting points and boiling points of ionic compounds are very high. They have high melting point and boiling point. They have a high melting points and boiling points. Why they have a melting points and a high boiling points? Because it has strong interionic attraction. Interionic attraction. Okay, this is also a reasoning question. And the third is properties of ionic compounds is solubility, which is most important. Solubility. Solubility means it's soluble in. It is soluble in water. Soluble in water, but insoluble in solvents. Insoluble in solvents such as kerosene and petrol. Such as kerosene, petrol, benzene, etc. Okay, this soluble in water but insoluble in solvents such as kerosene and petrol, which is most important physical properties. And the next is conductivity. Conductivity. Conductivity means which is a good conductor of electricity. They have good conductor of electricity. When did that it has a good conductor of electricity? Which is in the form of molten state or aqueous solution state. Okay, or aqueous solution states. Why it does not carry the current in a solid state? Because there is no free ions are present in molten state and solution state. free ions are present. Free ions are present to conduct or carry electricity. Okay, that's why in molten state and in a solution state, so it carries conductor. In solid state, there is a no free ions is present there. Okay, this is also a most important topic, conductivity. Now we go to the occurrence of metals. Occurrence of metals. What is the occurrence of metals? Occurrence of metals in that how it appears in metals in the nature. So first we go to that minerals. What is the minerals? Minerals means the elements or compounds which occur naturally in the earth crust, which occur naturally in the earth's crust. Okay, in the earth's crust, called as the minerals. जो earth crust, upper layer of that earth, which is appears that elements directly or in the form of a compounds, that is called as the minerals. And the second is ores. What is the ores? Ores is that minerals contain a very high percentage of a particular metal, and it can be profitably extracted. Okay, so the minerals which are obtained from the earth crust containing a very high percentage of a particular metal, that's amount of metal, कोई भी मेटल मिल रहा है वो बहुत ज़्यादा मात्रा में मिल रहा है, and which can be extracted profitably. Extracted means we can gain the most metals from that, and by profitably called as the ores. Okay, that is called as the ores. Now next is another point is gangue. Gangue means impurities such as soil, sand, etc., which is present in the ores, called as a gangue. Okay, this is also definition of gangue. What is gangue? Impurities such as soil, sand, etc., which is present in the ores, called as a gangue. Now ores is available in the nature in the three forms, that is metals of high reactivity, and the second is middle reactivity, that is concentration of ores. The first it form in three forms, that's found in three forms: metals of high reactivity, metals of medium reactivity, and then metals of low reactivity. So in high reactivity, how we can separate it? Which process we use to get metals in a high reactive metals? So that is electrolysis process. Then we get what? Pure metal we get. okay, which is most important, this table: concentration of metals, that is metals of high reactivity, metals of medium reactivity, and metals of low reactivity. In metals of high reactivity, which process we used to gain that pure metal? That is electrolysis process. In metals of medium reactivity, we use the two process which is found in that carbonate ore and then sulfide ores. Sulfide ores. In the carbonate ore, which process used? Calcination process. Calcination process use. Okay. In sulfide ore, which process is used? That is roasting process. Roasting process. Okay. From these two process, finally we get a same, that is oxides of metal. Oxides of metal. To remove that oxygen, which process we used? Removing of oxygen, called as a reduction process. We use reduction process. From the reduction process, what we get? We get a purification of metal. That is purification metal. Then we get a pure metal. In that medium reactivity metals, that's with those two in form, the metals appear in the two form, that is carbonate ores and sulfide ores. That carbonate ores, we use it a process called as a calcination process. In sulfide ores, we use a roasting process. By these two process, finally we get a oxides of metal from that. And then to remove the oxides, we reduction process we use. After then a purification of metal, then we get a pure metal. In metals of low reactivity, which process we used? That medium low reactive metal also appear in the form of sulfide ores. So sulfide ores, which process is used? Roasting process. Roasting process. From the roasting process, again oxides of metal, same this one, oxides of metal, and then reduction process, and finally we get a pure metal. Purification of metal and then pure metal. This table is most important. From this table, again we study about that how we extract that medium reactive metals, that is carbonate, from that calcination process, and then sulfide ores from roasting process and electrolysis process. Okay, so in a reactivity series, we already discussed about that, which is the reactive metals, that is potassium, sodium. These are the reactive metals we can extract from these metal, pure metal, from that electrolysis process. First we go to that extraction of metals, medium reactive metals. Okay, extracting of metals in the middle or medium of the activity series. Activity series. So we, by giving an example, we can see here. So I already told you that medium reactive metals form in a which, see here, that medium reactive metals so appear in the form carbonate ores or a sulfide ores. First we use that carbonate ores, after then sulfide ores. In carbonate ores, which process we used? Calcination process. First we write here carbonate ores, which process we used? That is calcination process. What is the calcination process? What is a calcination process? Calcination process means the carbonate ores, are changed into oxides of oxides of metal by heating strongly in limited air. Okay, this is called as the calcination process. It means the carbonate ores, calcination process, which we use carbonate ores are changed into oxides of metal by heating strongly in limited air. Say for example, zinc is a medium reactive metal which is appeared in a carbonate form. Which process we used? Calcination process in limited air. So in a limited air we strongly heated. What the product is formed? In the product is formed oxides of metal. Zinc is a metal, oxide means oxygen, plus what's the product is? Another carbon dioxide gases formation. Again, to reduce that oxidize, that is we used carbon is a reduction process we used here. So that is zinc, pure metal we get, with that carbon monoxide gases releases. Next we go to that sulfide ores. Sulfide ores, which process we used in sulfide ores? That is roasting process. So what is the roasting process? Same, that sulfide ores, the sulfide ores are converted into oxides of metal, or converted into oxides of metal by heating strongly in the presence of excess of air. Okay, what is the difference between that calcination process and then roasting process? There is only a difference is only here. Carbonate ores we used here in the calcination process, sulfide ores here, and then here limited air is used, here excess of air is used. Okay, so this is the differences between. Same, that is zinc is that medium reactive metal example, that is zinc formations in carbonate also and in a sulfide ore also, that is zinc sulfide. What is we used in excess of air? Which air is used for excess for heating? That oxygen is used. On excess of heating, that the presence of air, that zinc sulfide. What product is formed? Metal oxide. That is oxides of metal. That is zinc oxide again formation with the release of sulfur dioxide. And then next we go to that zinc oxide. Same process. Which one we use that element to remove that oxygen? Carbon again. Here also we used carbon. So what's the product is formed? The pure metal zinc with the release of carbon monoxide. Okay, this is that extraction of metals. In the medium reactive series we use that steps, which is most important, these two reactions and these two reactions. If they ask in the board examination, you write down roasting process and calcination process, and then these two equation and these two equation in sulfide ores and these two equations in carbonate ores. Next we go to that extraction of low reactive metals. Extraction of low reactivity metals. Okay, say for example low reactivity, I already told you that mercury example. Mercury is a low reactivity. So in which form that ore, that mercury ore is found in the nature? In the form of cinnabar. So in which form that mercury is found in the nature? In the form of cinnabar. Cinnabar means that's it's a ore of mercury, that is HGS, ore of mercury. Okay, HGS, in the form of HGS form, that low reactive metals are available in the nature. How we extracted? So in which process we used? That is sulfide ore. In the form of sulfide ore is found in that nature. The low reactivity, already I told you that in the table C here. So that is low reactivity metals are found in the sulfide ores. Which process we used here? Roasting process. Oxides of metals, and then reduction process. In the same way here also we used sulfide ores. So that is roasting process we use here. Okay, roasting process, you know that I already write here. So that is low reactive metal, just mercury Hg, the symbol of mercury is Hg. It's formed in a sulfide ores, which process we used, roasting process. So that again the reaction is process that Hg is cinnabar, that is mercury sulfide, so that oxygen. In roasting process, what is that definition? I already told you that that sulfide ore which is converted into oxides of metal in the presence of excess of heat and excess of air. Okay, air, which helps to heating? Oxygen. So I write here oxygen O2, and this is a low reactive metal, that is mercury sulfide. Appear in the mercury sulfide ores. Okay, on heating, what is the product is formed? Oxides of metal, which is here metal so this mercury is the metal, that is oxides of metal in HgO, that is mercury oxides is formation with the release of sulfur dioxide. So we balance it here, 2 here, again 2, again here we get 3, and here 2. This is balanced. You balance always that equation when you write that equation. Okay, next, how to reduce these oxides of metal? By using of what reduction process, that is HgO. We simply, this is oxygen is there, we simply this oxides of metal on heating, so it formation a pure metal, that is that is mercury is formation with the release of oxygen gas. Okay, we balance it here 2, again here is also 2. This is that how we extract that low reactivity metals. Okay, next we discussed about that Hermite reaction, what is and then electrolysis refining method, and the topic last is corrosion and prevention of corrosion. What is an alloy? These are the topic which we cover in the next class. Okay, thank you.